Hello and welcome to another United Way Partner Spotlight. I'm Dave Crenshaw and I'm here today with representatives from Family Outreach. We're talking now with Jackie Moeller, the Executive Director, and a couple of representatives of her team that work in Applied Behavioral Analysis, ABA, Caitlin and Brad. Jackie, can you tell us a little bit of an overview about what Family Outreach is all about?
Yes, absolutely, David. Family Outreach is entering in its 45th year of services over 12 counties here in southwest Montana. We support individuals with developmental disabilities and intellectual disabilities. And we're unique in the fact that we provide these services birth through the lifespan. So we have 3 programs within Family Outreach. We have our early intervention program, which provides Part C services, which is 0 to 3, and then family education support services, which goes 3 to the age of 21. We also provide adult services, and within those adult services, we kind of like to refer to them more as support services because now they can be eligible for children as well as adults. So we provide waiver services, so it's called the 0208 waiver. So that's for individuals that have been identified as having an intellectual disability and need those supports in the home. And then we also provide voc rehab and supported employment services as well. And then with us today are Brad and Kate, and they work in our program called Applied Behavior Analysis, and that provides a much more intensive instruction to children, and we kind of target the age ranges as young as we can, which is down to about the age of 2 to about the age of 8. We provide services that are older than that, but they're more of a focused intervention than a comprehensive intervention service for them as well too.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right, let's focus a little bit on that ABA since we've got some of your team here. How does it benefit children and families?
Kate?
Yeah, so ABA can benefit parents and their children quite a bit. You know, the part that it benefits is dependent on the family. So whatever kind of problems they're working on, some of the specific things that we do are kind of increase social communication. We increase like social interaction skills, play skills, leisure skills, all those types of things. And another kind of region we do is we teach the parents how to use those strategies to increase those skills. So essentially we're trying to give the parents a toolkit to then bring those benefits to the home or community setting.
Gotcha, gotcha. And what do those services look like that help to give that toolkit?
So there's kind of a variety of services that we provide. Some of them are intensive in-person services. Others are, you know, we're working with the parents kind of indirectly through them to provide benefit. And then we also have, now in the age of COVID, we have kind of a telehealth service model where we will, you know, video conference with the parents, talk about, you know, what's going on in their daily lives, what kind of things they're struggling with, and then work to kind of develop specific programs to kind of help those skills and help them live the most independent life they can.
Okay, great. And how many kids or families are you guys able to support at any time?
So it varies based on the number of staff that we have. We are kind of always looking for referrals and trying to get our name out there, let people know in our community that we're here to help and we're here to, you know, give the best quality services that we can. Right now we have about 15 clients on our caseload, but we have the capacity to reach more individuals. So I think this is a good opportunity for anybody that's listening to, you know, hop online, look up Family Outreach, see what services we can provide, especially in our ABA clinic, because we are very proud of it.
Yeah.
It's a great service for, and we see lots of good outcomes. So.
Yeah, and as Brad was explaining, because we have kind of a variety of different ways that we can help families, that's one way that we're able to serve so many families. So, you know, even if we maybe don't have the capacity to see kids in the clinic setting and be working very intensely on those skills, we can still give parents some support and some, you know, interventions that might help them have more success with their child at home and begin building those skills and allow us to develop a relationship with that child so that later on, if they want more intensive services, we're able to provide that
Okay.
for them.
Yeah, and kind of to add on to your numbers, like how many kids do we serve and people do we serve? So in the Applied Behavior Analysis program, we serve about 30 total between Helena and Bozeman. In our adult services, we have about 200 clients in that one. And then in our early intervention, that's where in our Part C 0 to 3 program, our numbers have went really down during COVID, and we've been impacted quite a bit. We had to pivot our model and go to the telehealth model. But we're going to be opening back up to face-to-face visits here in July after the holiday. So we're really looking forward to being able to meet with families in their homes again moving forward as well. So
Okay.
we're excited to get more referrals for those younger kids in 0 to 3, because boy, we've seen those numbers almost go in half over this past year with kids that we serve in that program.
Now, does somebody have to be a client already signed up with you to be able to utilize the service? Because I'm thinking about that parent that is having a day where they're at their wits' end and you've got the telehealth. Is that something that they can, get online and be able to talk to somebody about, or do they have to already be in the pipeline?
We do have to have eligibility for services established. I mean,
Okay.
definitely if parents are struggling and they notice their kids are learning differently and need help, definitely call us. We do evaluations for kids, and we go over 5 domains and help families understand like where their kids at in development for their age, and help them get that picture of that as well too.
Okay.
And then they can decide after that if they're eligible, if they want to continue services. But definitely up front, it's great to have us as a resource to be able to know better where your child
Oh,
is at.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would-
I just want to add on to that, at least for our ABA program, I kind of take responsibility for the intakes. So, if a family is concerned about, what's going on at home, maybe, there's some problem behavior occurring or some skill deficits that they're wanting to talk about, they can always call us. I'll pick up. We go through kind of what's happening. I get a picture, write it down, kind of illustrating their lives potentially. And then I will hop on with Caitlin, we'll kind of talk, and we'll kind of go from there. Like, do you guys need more help? Can we help you in any other way? So.
Okay. Do you have any community partnerships that assist you in trying to make all this happen?
We have a lot of community partnerships, and it's really key for our services, because we're really about community services. We're about supporting people in their communities, and a big part of a lot of our services is service coordination. So really connecting families with all the services around them and helping them understand how robust our communities are with services, and then providing the additional supports that we provide in understanding the child's development, or in the Applied Behavior Analysis program, understanding the child's behavioral needs as well too. But United Way is one of our hugest sponsors, so I'm really glad to be here speaking with you today. But doctors as well, because doctors refer to our services
Sure.
as well too, so that whole network we communicate quite a bit with as well too, along with other specialties and therapists, OTs, PTs, speech in the community. To me, it's about the whole community wrapping around these children with special needs and working together to make sure they feel included in the community.
That is awesome, having that kind of a team being able to work. And you mentioned that you're limited sometimes by staff. Are you currently hiring?
We are currently hiring, yes. COVID's been really difficult. We're hiring for family support specialists currently. So those are the individuals who work in the early intervention side of services. We're hiring in our business office if there's any accountants out there. We were hit pretty hard with COVID, and we had a staff member pass away.
Ow.
So yeah, that's been really, and we've been trying to hire for a few months now. So it's been hard in our business office as well too. So we're
I'm sure.
for business office staff and FSSs, and we're having transitions in our Applied Behavior Analysis program. We're growing in that program. So Brad's finishing his coursework and he's moving on. But as we grow, we hire what are called registered behavior technicians as well too, and they can kind of talk about that need.
Okay.
Yeah, so typically when we provide services, because ABA is a teaching therapy, and that usually, when you're learning a skill, it's best to practice it more than once a week if you want to learn it in a quick period of time. We frequently have registered behavior technicians. Those are people that I train and oversee, in teaching the programs as we design them individually for a child. And so those registered behavior technicians really help us expand our capacity in teaching those skills, as
Okay.
well as kind of allow a child to have multiple teachers, which is also something they're going to experience throughout their life.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And so that's a position that is one that we are hiring for at times.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to learn about ABA and get involved in the field as well.
Yeah.
So.
And within our adult services, we have a great need for direct care service providers. So we have really seen during COVID a lot less people applying for those positions as well too. And that's the opportunity to work with individuals who are adults and in the community. And same with supported employment services. We often have those positions available too as well. So.
Now, if somebody was interested in working for you, is that information on your website?
It is absolutely on our website. You can go to our website and go to employment opportunities, and we have them all listed out there.
Perfect. And what about volunteers or donations? Are you set up for that as well?
Volunteers have definitely been difficult during COVID, but now that we're moving beyond that, yes, we definitely have volunteer opportunities and donations. We are working towards, actually, our board is working towards getting an endowment fund set up in our 45th year here. So we're real excited about starting that to get off to the ground as well too, and building those endowment funds.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And is there any other way that the community can support the efforts that you have going on?
Definitely, we got a Facebook page as well too. Follow us on there. But definitely donations, come work for us, refer young kids to us. There's so much better outcomes if we can address a need when children are young. And it's such a saving long term to these services. And it's so helpful to be able to give families those tools that they need to be able to parent when a child is learning differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to know that we have a lot of tools, and so if you as a family have certain values or traditions that you want to uphold, like it's okay because we can adjust our tools to benefit you and your teaching style. It's not sort of a one fit mold for how we can help.
Yeah.
And to just know too that help is possible and skills are always able to be learned by children or adults. And that sometimes it just takes some clever looking at the situation and figuring out, what's kind of the good leverage point to help a child learn and to really make them excited about learning.
All right, well, that's all that we've got for today. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next week for another United Way Partner Spotlight. Thanks so much.